Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 40 of my gameplay series on No Man's Land. So we are back after it. Yeah, it is now spring. Woohoo! We made it finally. I just put our truck and trailer, did a little bit of reorganizing around here. I moved some stuff around, got some stuff set up in town, and actually I can turn off super strength. I was using it in town to move some stuff around. But yeah, so everything's organized around the farm a little bit better. I did buy this guy right here. I know you guys are going to have some stuff to say about it. It was only $32,000, 360 horsepower. It was a used tractor, of course. Yep, 17 hours on it, so we'll be able to use it for a while. The reason being, I know we don't have anything right now that really requires that, but as we start getting bigger and more land, we're going to start wanting to pull bigger equipment and need to do kind of some field work jobs like that. And honestly, a tractor like that works really good on hills, which we have a fair amount of, to be fair. But yeah, so it is springtime. Things I've also gotten done. Well, I've been taking care of the chickens, horses, all that good stuff. I got this good to go over here. So it should be growing up. It's growing, as in I just got it subsoiled, which actually I need to hop over here. And yeah, they don't need to be mulched yet. We'll come over here and mulch it once it needs to be done. Ooh, get rid of that. So we'll deal with that once we get there. But for now, hop back over here. We need to plow this field, which I'm tempted to use our... Yeah, I might use this guy over here just to get him something to do. But let's see. The plow requires... Let's go to our garage here. Plow requires how much horsepower? 320. Now, obviously, we've been doing it with this guy, and it's been fine. But this guy, 360, yeah, you know, we might as well give that tractor something to do. And then we can use our tractor for other stuff that matters. The other thing we need to do is sell some honey. We have a ton of honey over here. We need to sell some of that ASAP. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Say, please tell me it's not going to be like one of those mods that doesn't shift when you want it to or anything like that. I know it takes it a little bit of time to slow down. But other than that, seems to be pretty good. And it has a 3-point link attachment or option that was available when I bought it, which was great. Yeah, I think this will work good for what we're doing. This will obviously dig up some stones so we can get the stones picked up as well. We'll get this guy over there rolling, working on that. Yeah, not a bad little tractor. It's going to be good for field work, I think. It's a good little workhorse for us. Not too expensive either. I mean, honestly, a $32,000 workhorse, even if we did no field work tasks with it, but just did normal driving tasks and other just like, you know, I guess no heavy duty field work tasks, but just regular field work tasks, this thing would be more than enough in terms of value with 17 hours on it. So we get what, probably a good 84 hours off it is what we'll get before we need to probably replace it. So we'll get some good work out of it, that's for sure. That should do the trick. It's gonna, yep, start digging up some stones. Go ahead and have our worker work on that for us. What's his name? I can never remember. Is it Over-Engineered Tractor? Is that the name of our worker? Oh boy. Well, this is so far not going great. I hope he speeds up. Why are you going so slow? If I rehire you, will you actually accelerate? Well, 5 miles an hour is better than 3. There we go. Yeah, so it should actually get going. It's just weird. Maybe it was just because I stopped or I got out and I was blocking it for a second. Oh, I was like, why is there still areas that need to be plowed? But that's the stones that are on there, so that's all good. Now hop back over here. That stone picker, I think, is going to require 170 horsepower, so I doubt... Yeah, 170 it's going to need to use. We're going to need to use our other big tractor on it. So that's fine, though. That's what I figured. So we'll grab it, get over there, set up. We're not going to be ready to do anything with it yet. And then our other tractor should be able to pull the planter or seeders, depending on what we're going to do. Now, I have something kind of specially surprise planned for episode 41. And then I think 42 is probably going to be the Christmas special. So a couple of special episodes. Some of you guys... Oh, why did I grab this? Well, I might as well leave it there. We're going to need it eventually anyways. But... let's grab the stone picker here. But yeah, so a couple of special episodes coming up. Nothing too crazy. They still, I think, the Christmas special and everything will still, all of it will still kind of fit into the guise of what we're doing. But the Christmas special, honestly, is more a tradition than anything else. I did my first Christmas special ever in season 1 of No Man's Land, and I continue to do Christmas specials on No Man's Land. So I think that's what we're going to do. I don't know if I did one last year or not. I can't remember. I swear I did. I must have done something. I can't imagine I wouldn't have. But yeah, so of course I'm going to do a Christmas special. Might as well unfold this guy. And then he's going to chill out here until they get more ready for the stones to be picked up. I'll let him get some more space. Now, is he actually... Yeah, so it must have just been because I hopped out and got in front of him for a second. But obviously missed a little bit at the end, but that's okay. But yeah, they are cooking along, doing just fine, getting this field plowed, and they'll make pretty good time with it. So there we go. Okay, that is rolling. Now, the one thing we are going to need for the special, reason I mentioned that, is we're going to need some flour. That's the only thing we're going to need that we're not going to be able to get right now. So I think we are going to build, and I know this is kind of crazy, we're going to build a flour producing facility, and this is the one I think we're going to do. So there was this option, and then this one over here is a little bit cheaper, but I don't like the look of this one as much. I think this one looks a little bit more, I mean, it doesn't, professional is a strong word. I think it looks less ghetto than the other one. And I think, I know it kind of looks like that's the front of it, but since all the, you can see if we put it out here where it's maybe somewhere where it's actually flat, you can see where kind of some of the stuff is required. We have to be able to access the back of it there. So I think what I'm going to do is place it in here right up against the chicken coop a little bit, like maybe like right there. Problem is that's not quite flat, so I'm actually going to save the game in case I really hate what it does before we do this. Let's go ahead and save the game, and we'll actually turn autosave off for a second just so we can see, there we go, how bad it's going to be. I think just right there. Okay, that actually worked out really well. We're going to do some landscaping around it. First off, the chickens need grass, not this other garbage. So let's put some grass back in there. That should be grass there, I think. I think that should be grass through there. Perfect. Okay, let's scoop plants. Let's see, where's our grass at? There we go. Put some grass back in there for the chickens are going to want their grass and all that good stuff. Okay, now I think we will do gravel around it in terms of just like for looks and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be super crazy, I don't think. I think just like that into there is going to be good. And then on this side, gravel in here. And then I think we'll just hook it up to right there on that. And then I think actually this is still going to be grass through here. Yeah, I think that's still all going to be grass right through there. And then plants, let's put some more grass back in there. There we go. Okay, fabulous. I took a little bit away from that dirt path. I think I'll maybe add it back in here a little bit. There. Okay, perfect. Now I have grain mill. I have no idea what the production is going to look like on this thing. Oh, wow, we can make a lot of stuff. Sorghum flour. So I think we'll grow probably oats for our flour. I think that'll probably be best. Maybe we'll grow, I mean, because we already have some sorghum, but we'll grow some oats. I think we'll use the oats to make the flour. And it's kind of nice. We also can make oil if we really want to, which isn't a bad thing. So maybe we'll grow some sunflower just to make some sunflower oil just for fun, just because we can. We can make pig food as well if we'd like to. We're not going to do that, but we can do that. So I think we grow some oats and some sunflower. So if we look at our crop deal-a-majig up here, sunflowers get planted now, and so do oats. So oats and sunflowers both can get planted now. And then other things that we need, how are we doing on sorghum? Sorghum's fine. Barley's fine. Maybe we do just like one field of sorghum just to make sure we always have some sorghum in here. We have some canola, which actually that we just need to be selling. So we just need to sell that off when we get a chance. So we need probably some oats, sorghum, and sunflower. Sunflower is a good cash crop as well. So that's not a bad way to go about it either. And I can't remember. I'm actually going to check real quick with you guys in here. Look at that. He's making some good progress over there. We probably can actually get this guy started. Well, he's going to need to get those edges there first, actually. So we'll just wait till he's probably completely done. Though I should turn him off so we're not wasting any of that. But I do want to check and see. Because I did do a test on all the different productions to see which one was the most profitable and such like that. And I'm going to look at that list real quick. Okay, so base products, overall profit, planks were the best, it looks like, closely followed by rays and stuff like that. Let's take a look at the flours. Wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour. Sorghum flour actually makes more in terms of profit, so you probably get a better compared to selling it. So maybe actually we do a couple sorghum fields and make some sorghum flour. That actually might be what we do then. So we'll do some more sorghum. And then the other thing I was going to take a look at, what was that? Oil. Sunflower oil loses money. There we go. So we're not going to do that. Olive oil makes good money, but sunflower oil loses money. That's why I thought. So we actually are going to, if you actually do sunflower oil, you lose a little bit of your money instead of selling sunflowers. We still can grow sunflowers because I think they're great. Well, we don't have really the, instead of, because then we'd have to buy a corn header. So we do still have our little John Deere, but I think we just focus on maybe just sorghum. Maybe we just do a whole round of sorghum this year. I don't think we have anything else needed for any other contracts that we can do. Let's take a look at the crop calendar again. We also could do some soybeans, which soybeans actually are kind of nice too because they're a good cash crop, and we can use our planter to do that instead. So where's sorghum at? Sorghum we can't plant yet either. So yeah, maybe we do sorghum and yeah, sorghum and soybeans. So I'm gonna write that down just so I remember. Soy and sorghum. So if we do soy and sorghum, and I'll probably plant off camera just because you guys have already seen me plant and do all that sort of stuff. So maybe if we do, because we got these 4 fields, so I don't know, maybe do soy, sorghum, these two soy. Maybe that's what we'll do. Soy, sorghum. I think that's what we'll do. That'll be a good round for us. That'll be good. So I think that's what we'll do. So off camera, I'm probably gonna do a time lapse of this just because I think it'll be easier. But off camera, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all those fields taken care of. Because if you think about it, we have, well, this planter, which we'll use to plant our soy, is also a direct drill, which is super nice. And then we'll use our seeder, obviously, to do their stuff. So then we can have 2 tractors working on that at one time. We can't do it just yet because it's March still. So we'll have to wait for April to be able to plant all those. But we'll get all those done. And I think that'll be a good way for us to get going into this year. And yeah, we have our new gray mill, which is probably honestly going to be my thumbnail, to be fair, for this episode. But I do like that gray mill. It's such a cool gray mill. And actually, if we turn it on, I wonder if it actually will. We're going to be doing sorghum flour. If I activate that, yes, it starts turning, which is fantastic. We can deactivate it for now. But yeah, it starts turning. That's cool. So this thing will just be just kind of cool to have on the farm anyways, which is sweet. But there you guys go. I'm going to work on getting some of that stuff done, and I will see you guys when it's time to probably sell. We haven't gotten our trailer back yet either. The police, if you remember last episode, stole, or not the police. The police didn't steal it, but someone stole our trailer. At least I hope the police didn't steal it. But yeah, someone stole our trailer, and the police are still working on finding it. So if we have to, we may use this to transport honey. Just have to do it in smaller amounts since we haven't have our trailer back yet. But regardless of that, I will get some of that stuff done, and I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, so just a quick update. We have gotten everything planted. That's where we're going to sell our honey in a second, where that beacon's at. We got ourselves soybeans here. Obviously, our grass has been harvested here. I need to refertilize it now. Then we have sorghum here, and sorghum in this far field over here. And then we also have soybeans in our small field here. So everything's in place. I think what I am going to do, if we go to our, actually, let's go up here to crops. We do have, so first off, $1,100 is a pretty good price since $1,109 is on there. So we're going to sell it at Simms Restaurant, all of our honey off, because I think we'll get some good cash for that. Now, we do have sorghum in storage here. I think we're going to take about 10,000 liters of that and go ahead and put it in our gray mill here. The reason being, because I think we'll have plenty of sorghum to make it until harvest for animals, so I don't think we need to worry about that. But yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. Obviously, our trailer is still missing, unfortunately, so I loaded honey up, or at least as best as possible over here. I'll show you, but I loaded some of this stuff up and got some of the ones off of here. And actually, this one we probably could just move over here just to get it out of the way for a second. There we go. But yeah, I'll get all this honey sold off here, but I have it loaded in here. I have a few pallets sketchily loaded there, and then I have, oh gosh, I think I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pallets in there. Yeah, 12 pallets in there, so 6,400 liters at a time we're hauling, but that'll be fine. I'll show you guys. We'll just go haul the first load over here, because I can't remember what Simms Restaurant is or where that's at, but we'll haul the first load together. You can see the back is absolutely loaded. So the bottom 8 pallets, they're auto load, and the top 4 I had to load manually, but that's okay. But yeah, so I gotta be careful. This has actually got really heavy. I don't want to tip it. It's not the call tow truck, so I gotta be a little careful about that. But yeah, I figured I'd just bring you guys back in for us selling our first little round of stuff here, over to where we gotta sell it, and then yeah, so we're gonna prep some stuff. I mean, we're getting stuff prepped right now for what's gonna happen in the next episode. I'm sure the thumbnail for this one was the grain mill. But yeah, so this year, in terms of what's gonna happen the rest of this year, with this series, I kind of want to fill you guys in on that. We were not having this many issues before. So all of a sudden we weigh more somehow. But we'll have this episode that'll come out this year, 2022, since it's December 17th right now, as I'm recording part of this episode right now. Yeah, and we'll take a look at all that stuff later. Don't even worry about it. I know it's there, but we'll look at it all later and explain it all later. But yeah, so we'll have this episode, and then we'll have another episode and then we'll have an episode after this. That's going to be kind of what we're prepping for this episode. Gosh, I knew that was going to happen. No! Oh, goodness. Okay, well, we do have to pay for a tow truck. I'll just take out $500. Seems reasonable. Have someone come flip us over, and then I'll just use super strength here. Oh, goodness. Go figure. We almost made it. That flipping it? All right, there we go. Let's see if we can turn around without crashing. We're rolling again. There we go. Nice and easy does it. Yeah, probably 18 is probably the fastest. It's going to be a pain for me to haul the rest of them over here. Because I'm going to try not to crash again, obviously. But yeah, I just need to go a little slower, I think. But yeah, and then we'll have our Christmas special, and that'll probably be all the episodes for this year, so. I think that's all of it. Yep, there we go. $7,000 for that. Makes sense based on the price. And we'll just do that, so that doesn't have to be there anymore. $7,000 for that. So we probably have 2 more loads, so another $14,000 or so, which would be great. That means we're making good money off of our honey. Now I should be able to speed and not lose control of the vehicle, which is good. But yeah, this is a little coffee factory because we're going to make some coffee, I think, for part of our prep, which we'll do that at the very beginning, probably the next episode. So yeah, we're just getting some stuff ready for the next episode, honestly, in this episode, and get some stuff done. I'll probably bring you back in to wrap up this episode once it is time for harvest to take place on the farm. So yeah, I will probably put a cut in here again, and I'll bring you guys back in after harvest. I'll keep getting the grass cut and taken care of as needed, getting the stuff done. Now, one other thing, too, we're going to do, I think, this year, since it takes me so long, it took me like 40 minutes, 30 or 40 minutes of real time. Oh, geez, I don't know what weird collision was there. It took me 30 or 40 minutes of real time to haul all of our silage bales that were over here, get them all loaded up and haul them to market, because I had to make so many trips. So what I think we're going to do, since we have Lucky's Logistics in town, I think I'm just going to pay them a fee to haul them into town. We make plenty of money anyway, so it shouldn't be a big deal, and that'll save us a lot of time. And then I've also thought about a couple of capital improvements, you could say, for the farm. So one thing I actually think we're just going to buy right now, and I think I will use... well, you know what? It's the truck, so I'll go pick it up at the store. It's not going to be that big of a deal, because I'll show you what I'm going to buy here. Let's actually make sure the shop delivery mod is reset. So what I'm thinking about buying is a low loader for our truck, because we have some money, and I think it'll be helpful for loading like all of the lumber and hauling all the lumber away. That's not necessarily, I don't really like any of these. This one over here actually would technically work, and it would hook up with our semi truck, but it's not really what we're going for. It would be nice to have one that we could, I guess, haul equipment as well. This is kind of what I want to get right here. 45 grand. How much bigger is that one? It's not that much bigger. Extension. Yeah, I'll probably put that on the end to keep... I guess that just kind of folds down. Yeah, we'll put that on there. Oh, it's $2,000. We don't really need it. Chrome rims, of course, look nice. It's $2,000 for chrome rims. Never mind. White rims will be fine. But yeah, I think we're going to buy this. This trailer right here. I don't think there's any others on here that I would want more than that. Yeah, I mean, there's some auto load, whatever's on here, but we don't need an auto load trailer. These things we don't need because we're not hauling big pieces of equipment. We're just using it mostly for lumber. So yeah, I think this one's going to be... It's not that much money, to be completely honest, and I think it'll be worthwhile for selling lumber. So I'll just buy that for us. And then the other thing I'm thinking about buying, and I'm not going to buy it this episode, but I thought about doing this as well at some point, is getting ourselves a bigger mower. Like, oh, actually, you know what? This swather, that with the header is not that much money. And that's 9.2 meters. It swaths it for us. It just cuts it and puts it into a windrow for us. 9.2 meters wide. How wide is our windrower? Our windrower almost gets double what it is because it has to go up and down. But where's our windrower at? Oh boy, 9.7. Oh, that's 9.7. Oh wow. So those wouldn't be very wide windrows actually. So it'd probably take us more time. It's tricky because I was just trying to think of ways to speed up that process, our mowing process. But I think the only way to speed it up would be honestly I mean, what is this one? 10 meters. That would still make pretty much, yeah, we'd still have pretty much double the windrows because I know we have a good windrower, but the problem with our windrower is that we go down one way and it puts it all to the left, and then down the other way it puts it to the left again. So basically it's twice as wide as it actually is because that's how wide the windrows are. But yeah, we'll think about it. That's too much money to, I think, invest. That would be more reasonable, and I could see us doing that, but I don't think this is really worthwhile. I think our setup that we have now is more than enough. We also could potentially invest just in, if we wanted to speed stuff up a little bit, we could just invest in a bigger windrower, which I don't know how that would look. So that one does. So we need almost 16.8 meters to make it even worthwhile. Or no, we have this one. Oh, wow. We would need, yeah, we need almost 20 meters to make it worthwhile. Oh, no, get out of there. 12, 14, 19. So that one would be worthwhile as an upgrade there. That's only 74,000. Yeah, so that actually is it's a good possibility we could invest in this at some point, but honestly, we don't need, oh, sorry, my phone went off. We don't need any of that right now. So yeah, I'll keep getting some stuff done, and I'll bring you guys back in to wrap up the episode once it's harvest. So it's not quite harvest yet, but I think we'll wrap up the episode now. I'll talk about a few things and we'll get going. I think we're good, well set up for the next episode and what I want to do. Oh yeah, we'll let it auto save there. If we actually, I gotta show you guys this. There's so much. Not here. There's so many pallets of wood. I just sold off another $70,000 in wood planks. There are so many pallets here. So many pallets. Pallets over here, pallets here. So many pallets of furniture. But, I mean, there's so much wood here to process, which is awesome. But, yeah, let's hop back down to our farm here. So, as you can see, they are working on... well, it's almost done. We're going to get this stuff all windrowed up over here. It's already been mowed, which I don't know where the mower's at. He's over there, of course. So it's already been mowed. It's good to go in terms of that. Yeah, we'll get it figured up. We got Over-Engineered Tractor. That's our name of our worker. He's working on that. So next episode, we'll start off with harvest and get that going. Everything's going well. But yeah, so obviously we made $70,000 off of wood. Our sprayer, this guy right here, I had to spray some weeds because I sprayed weeds and fertilized in all the fields. But before I sprayed weeds, I upgraded that. It was $20,000 to make it like a 40 meter working width instead of 18. So I figured that was worth it since we had the cash. We're still doing good on cash in terms of that. But yeah, so that's everything I have to mention in terms of that stuff. Next episode's gonna be pretty fun. I'm excited to do it. We'll do a couple of special things and focus on that. Another thing I want to note is I think, and I haven't read your guys' comments about it or anything yet, obviously, but I think we sell our grape farm. It's not making very good money. Obviously, we'll harvest the grapes this year since we've done all the work on it. But this is what I say we do. I think that we somehow calculate how much it would cost if we sold all of the equipment, all the grape equipment, that is, all the grape equipment that's over here, the tractors and everything. Now, all the way, by the way, our fuel company, our Russ's Petro, who's based right here, Russ's Petro. I think, yeah, Russ's Petro, those are all labeled there. He put a tank out here. So, yes, we quote unquote own this, but not really. This is his tank. We just have it here. He pays for the tank, and we pay for fuel from him exclusively as part of the deal. So he has one of those out here. We have a bigger one on our main farm. But yeah, so I say we just kind of sell all the stuff here together as a package. Now, yes, our sawmill would go with it. And by the way, I sold a partial pallet of wood planks at the same time to make sure this is completely empty. We'll sell the wood chips off here later on. That's not a big deal. But yeah, so I know that we would end up selling off this guy. I don't really care for this. We don't need this anymore. This guy will make, yeah, we'll just, we don't need any of this stuff here. We're not making anything after we do all of our grapes and everything like that. We do have some raisins in there, which we can spawn a partial pallet if we want to, but we'll wait until we put our grapes from this year. But yeah, I think, what do we make? Maybe $10,000, maybe? That's like pushing it. Maybe $10,000 off of this grape area, and this is like the most work. And even if we look at the map here, now, yeah, I get it. we could expand this, right? But if we, even if we quadrupled the size, made $40,000 a year, and it was just this corner was grapes, I mean, that is so much more work to get that done. And it's just, I just don't think it's worth us keep working on it. And I don't even think we'd make that much money off it. So I think we're going to sell this whole plot of land here, right here. We won't sell it for the value listed here. That's a terrible price for that. That should be way above that in terms of value. But I think we'll sell it off. We'll come up with kind of a package price for, you know, I'll calculate how much, basically what I'll do is I'll calculate how much all this would cost if someone wanted to build it and buy it in all the factories and stuff. And then I'll probably cut that like down by like 30 or 40% to give them a pretty good deal. We'll end up making pretty good money off of it. Now, actually, one thing we need to do though, if we go to leased equipment, is if we're going to sell, how much we owe left in this? 20,000. So we only owe 20,000 left on that. I don't really want to sell it back to the bank. I think it'd be worth more as part of this real estate deal, because a brand new one of these is, what is it, $40,000, I want to say. Landini little guy in here. If I can actually find it. Holy smokes. Yeah, okay, 39,500. So I think it'd be much more worth it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and, well, I won't do it right now, but yeah, we'll end up purchasing that. And then we'll sell probably that, this can probably come with us. We'll keep its front loader attachment. We can use that. Sell the grape harvester and the strange lady that comes with it. Probably this tractor, the manure spreader. We'll keep our weight, this guy right here. And then obviously they'll get the buildings because the buildings are here. We did get some wood harvested off of this, so we actually did pretty good on it. I'll leave some of the trees on here because I think it looks nice over here. But I think we just sell off this operation, and then we can condense it back down over here. And I think we expand out maybe. We didn't, last time we did the No Man's Land series, we didn't buy this land through here. And I think we maybe, like that one's actually a pretty good deal for that. Oh gosh, I actually might just buy that right now. $64,000. It's 23.6% less than it normally would be. I think we just actually just buy that right now, because I think that'll be a good deal for us. So there we go, 64 grand. We just bought that. So yeah, I think this is where I want to expand out. The highway's coming down here, but I think that the highway's just going to turn maybe that way, or maybe I'll send the highway this way since we're not going to go this way now. Maybe, yeah, maybe, because the highway last time went this way. So maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of angle it this way and send it off into this way over here and through the trees, and then kind of off the map out this way. It's just kind of there to be there. We can do county roads and back roads and stuff through here and all that, but the highway is kind of just there as extra. Maybe it'll just, yeah, I don't know. I'll kind of decide what I want to do with it, kind of plan it. We're kind of in the way for where it would be. This is obviously the main road going down here. So we also could, I mean, if it's starting right here, we also could just kind of curve it off this way and then do right across here and out that way. And over this way. But I think I kind of want to farm this land over here, and I don't really want to have much interest in here because it's mostly forestry. I'm not going to do a ton more forestry on this series because we're going to do some on Silver Run and stuff like that. But yeah, anyhow, guys, that's where we're going to end it for today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about selling off our grape farm. I think that's probably going to be the best way to go about it. I just think it's too much work for not enough. I mean, it would be, honestly, we'd make way more money. Instead of making this whole thing grapes, we'd make way more money way faster if we just did a big silage field here, which I'd rather sell this off because I think we have some valuable stuff here and we can make some good money, and then kind of condense down here and kind of maybe incorporate this field at next, and then start incorporating some of these and make a big farm through here. I think that'll be just more valuable for us as we're expanding. So I think that's probably the plan, but let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.